You think the gardening year is winding down? You're wrong. And frankly, you're missing out on the easiest harvest you'll have all year. September gets all the glory, but October? October is the secret weapon of the savvy gardener. Everyone else is packing up their trowels. They're missing the golden opportunity to grow cold-hardy crops outdoors and an entire new indoor jungle, all while the pests are sleeping. I'm going to show you the 10 crops you need to start right now, both inside and out, that will pay off for you well into the deepest part of winter. Stay tuned, because numbers 4 and 7 are so simple, you'll be kicking yourself for not trying them sooner. Welcome to Deplant Studio. Let's get growing. All right, the secret's out. Let's start with the outdoor advantage, what I call the cool kids of your garden. Most people think October is too late, but it's actually when the magic happens for 2 reasons. First, the soil is still warm from the summer, which is critical for strong root development. Your seeds will germinate quickly, and those roots will get a solid head start. Second, the air temperature is cooling down, which means less stress on your plants, far less watering, and significantly fewer pests trying to eat your harvest. It's the perfect gentle environment. Here are 5 essential crops you need to get into the ground this week. 1. The essential investment. Garlic. Number 1 has to be garlic. If you do absolutely nothing else this October, plant garlic. Think of it as an insurance policy and a massive investment in next summer's cooking. You simply take a store-bought or seed garlic bulb, separate it into individual cloves, and plant them a few inches deep, pointy side up. The key here is planting the right size. Plant the largest cloves for the biggest bulbs. Once planted, mulch them heavily with 4 to 6 inches of straw or shredded leaves. This heavy mulch layer is crucial. It protects the cloves from the damaging freeze and thaw cycles that can push them right out of the soil. 2. The cut-and-come-again hero. Spinach. Next up is spinach. Stop buying that bitter, bolt-prone spinach you tried to grow in the heat. Planting now in the cool soil of October means your leaves will be incredibly tender and sweet. You can sow your seeds densely. As the deep cold sets in, the plant slows down, but those roots are established. The secret here is simple protection. With a simple plastic row cover, a cold frame, or even just a thick blanket of leaves, you can be harvesting baby spinach right through the entire winter. Look for cold-hardy varieties like Bloomsdale Longstanding. Remember the cut-and-come-again rule. Take the outer leaves only, and the plant keeps producing for you. 3. The cold weather sweeter. Kale. Third, we have kale. This is the crop that actually improves with cold. I'm talking about a genuine flavor boost. A light frost hitting the leaves triggers the plant to convert starches to sugars, making your kale noticeably sweeter and less bitter than the varieties you tried to grow in the summer. It's incredibly cold tolerant and practically indestructible. Get your seeds or starts in the ground now. Focus on varieties like Vates or Siberian, which handle the freeze exceptionally well. You'll be the only one making winter salads with that perfect fresh crunch. 4. Instant cool season gratification. Radishes. Here is number 4, and this is one of those easy wins I promised. Radishes. They are the ultimate instant gratification for the cool season. They mature so ridiculously quickly, sometimes in under 30 days. The trick is to plant a small batch every 2 weeks this month. This succession planting guarantees you a continuous supply of crisp, mild radishes before the first hard freeze hits. They don't mind container growing either, so if your beds are full, pop them in a pot. Just be sure to thin them out aggressively once they sprout. Crowding is what leads to those tough, woody, tasteless radishes. They just need consistent moisture. 5. The spring starter. Perennial herbs. Next, for your outdoor crew, let's talk perennial herbs like chives or mint. Planting small starts or divisions now is absolutely crucial, and here's why. They are not focused on producing above-ground growth. Instead, they will spend the next 4 to 6 weeks focusing all their energy on establishing deep, strong foundational roots that can withstand the winter. That means when spring finally arrives, your chives or mint will practically explode into a massive mature plant overnight, beating everyone else to the punch by a full month. Plant them in their final spot now for the best establishment. 6. The long-term root crop. Carrots. Specific varieties. And for our final outdoor pick, we have carrots. Not the big main season types, but varieties that mature quickly, or those that benefit from overwintering. Sow them now and mulch heavily. You want shorter, early varieties like Paris Market or Danvers Half Long. The ground insulation will keep them just cozy enough to continue slow growth, and by late winter, you can harvest incredibly sweet, crisp carrots. Just remember to use fine, well-draining soil to prevent them from forking. Now we are going to head inside because the cold weather outside is not an excuse to let your fresh harvest end. It's time to turn your kitchen counter into a continuous garden. This section is all about creating your indoor sanctuary, kitchen counter harvest. The benefit of bringing your garden inside in October is simple: consistency. You escape the unpredictable cold, control the environment, and gain a continuous, ready supply of fresh herbs and greens right at your fingertips. You don't need a massive greenhouse, just a sunny window or a simple LED grow light setup. Here are 4 crops perfect for bringing that vitality indoors. The nutrient rocket, microgreens. Let's start with number 7, the first of our promised kicking yourself easy ones, microgreens. These are the fastest, simplest harvest possible. We're talking about tiny seedlings of things like pea shoots, sunflower seeds, or radish. You sow them densely on a shallow tray of soil, give them a spray of water, and within 7 to 14 days you're snipping them for a massive nutritional boost. They're great for salads, sandwiches, or just snacking. No elaborate lighting needed. A simple north-facing window or a basic shop light works perfectly. Just harvest them once and sow again. 8. The perpetual scraps, green onions. Next, the second kicking yourself crop, green onions. You will never have to buy these again. Simply take the white bulb end, the part you usually throw away, and place it in a glass of water or plant it directly into a small pot of soil. Place it on your counter, and it will regrow the green stalks almost overnight. Snip what you need, and it keeps producing. It's a perpetual self-sustaining harvest that requires almost zero effort. Just change the water every few days if you use that method. 9. Winter comfort and aroma, basil. Third, let's talk about basil. Basil usually hates the cold, which is why it dies outside, but bringing it in means you can keep that summer flavor going. The trick to indoor basil is light. It needs at least 6 hours of strong light. Put it directly under a grow light or in your sunniest window. Also be mindful of watering. Let the top inch of soil dry out between waterings. Don't let those leaves get wet or you risk mildew. Having fresh, fragrant basil growing on your counter all winter is a massive mood booster. 10. The container salad, loose leaf lettuce. And finally, to keep your salads fresh, try loose leaf lettuce varieties indoors. Look for smaller, compact varieties like Butter Crunch or Black-Seeded Simpson. You don't need a huge pot. A rectangular window box or shallow planter works perfectly. Since the temperatures indoors are stable, you won't have to worry about it bolting or tasting bitter. Just like the spinach outdoors, you can harvest the outer leaves as you need them. Plant a new small batch every 3 weeks to ensure you have a constant rotation of fresh, tender greens. So there you have it, 10 crops that completely transform October from an end-of-season bummer into the start of your easiest, most effortless gardening cycle yet. Whether you're planning for a massive spring garlic harvest or just need fresh basil for dinner tonight, the time to start is right now. We've covered both indoor and outdoor planting strategies that leverage the unique conditions of this season. You now have the knowledge to keep your harvest going, even when everyone else has thrown in the towel. Now it's your turn. I want to know, what is your go-to cool weather hero crop? Is it a hardy kale variety, or do you have a secret indoor herb trick? Drop your best October gardening tip in the comments below and share the wealth. And if this video gave you that little push you needed to get back out or into the dirt, please hit the like button and subscribe to D-Plant Studio. We're here to share the secrets the amateur gardeners don't want you to know, so you can keep growing smart. Thanks for watching, and happy planting! That completes the full script outline for your video. Let me know if you'd like to adjust any of these final lines.